Hello, the Zodiac one. Is that? Sorry. I'm horribly sorry about that. The recording lagged a bit. I mean, the record button lagged a lot, so I decided to eat peanut. And of course, as soon as I was eating it, that started up. Okay, so I believe we're on part 3 of the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone LP. We're still in Diagon Alley. So let's see if we need... Oh, we're actually complete on items. Okay, so let's just talk to Hagrid. What level am I at, actually? I'm level 6. Still got tier 1 equipment. Now, the one thing that's kind of underwhelming about this game, there's only really 3 tiers of equipment. I consider tier 1, Hogwarts 1, tier 1 to be Diagon Alley, because you can only buy Diagon Alley equipment for now. Then you have Hogwarts equipment. And then you have, it's still bought at Hogwarts, but it's bought, like, at a certain point in Hogwarts, like, in-game gear, which is flipping expensive, by the way. Like, to the point where I don't think I could ever afford it, because it's like 20,000 sickles. Well done, Harry. And there's one last thing. Happy birthday. She's beautiful. What's her name? Sheeby Hedwig. Oh, the kids want owls. They carry your, carry your mail and everything. Thank you. Well, time for us to, sorry. I just had lunch. Well, time for us to be on our way. Now we're off to King Cross Station. Hey, find platform 934 and look for the Hogwarts Express. I'm not gonna read those all the way. They're pretty much all the same thing. They're basically saying, "You did this. You're awesome. Now pick up a new something." You can actually talk to all these NPCs. They all have their unique portraits, which is kind of cool. He's got an awesome chrome dome. Fine looking group of students this year. You know, I think it's just the tile set making these graphics look horrible. Because when you actually get to Hogwarts, they don't look so bad. Sorry, the game froze for a second. I don't know why, but these people, but the Weasleys, I don't know how to explain it, really. They just look like they're blending the tiles so well. Don't worry, the graph, once they get, you know, their school clothes or, cloaks, they won't, they'll pop out a lot more, ironically. Hello, is this the Hogwarts Express? Yes, it is. What's that on your forehead? Are you Helm? George and Fred, have you seen Percy? Yes, he's up with the other prefects. When I was a kid, I thought it was pronounced prefects. I don't know why. Hey Ron, do you know who this is? George doesn't like to stare. Who is he? Better get on the train's about to leave. All aboard! All aboard the rape train. Choo choo, motherfucker. I don't know. So yeah. Don't wander off too far. I thought wander. Oh, no, I'm thinking wander. The train will be leaving soon. That's Miss Weasley. If you haven't read the books or watched the movies, she actually plays a much, much bigger role as the books go on. To the point where she's even in the main cast in like the 7th book. From what I read, I honestly stopped reading the 7th book after like the 3rd chapter. And apparently it doesn't get much better. Yeah, I think the 7th book was a bit rushed. We're seeing the screen flash a bit. That's not you know, YouTube error. That's in the game. It shouldn't get it's not too distracting until one minigame. And by the way, that graphic looks pretty horrible. It's impressive how it's moving. It's actually really... I can do that, but yet again, the engine I'm using is a lot more intense or powerful than I assume this is. But yeah, that kind of looks horrible. I mean, I know it's a Game Boy Color game, but it looks like MS Paint. And well, I'm not going to critique the graphics in this game. They look good enough, really. Although I do hate when people say that graphics don't matter. Graphics do matter. Seriously. I mean, try to play something with really bad graphics to the point. There's one game called The Man with the Town with No Name. Just play that and tell me that the graphics don't matter. Hello, I'm Ron Weasley. Are you really Harry Potter? Yes, I am. Oh, I thought it might be another one of my brother's jokes. Have you seen a toad named... Have you seen a toad? A boy named Neville lost his. No. No one here but us and my pets, Grabbers. Zzz. You might not think it, but Scarabs also plays a much bigger role in the later books. To the point where he's even, honestly, I don't want to spoil it, but it's just weird. I am Hermione Granger. Who are you? I don't know, give her an Irish accent. Also, I don't know why, but Hermione always gets the worst portraits in these games. And this one is way too zoomed in, and Chamber of Secrets is kind of glitched. Like, her second eye is kind of a pixely mess. And in Prisoner of Azkaban, she looks like a guy. Who are you? I'm Ron Weasley. Harry Potter. Also, the bottom of her portrait is black for some reason. One weird thing I noticed is that everyone has a slightly different portrait outline. I don't know why I noticed that, but hey. Really? I've read all about you. Do you cast spells yet? Would you like to learn one? Here's how you cast Verdimillious. No one in my family is magical, but I've read and learned all our course books by heart. Oh, back to Toad Honey. Bye. Verdimillious. That's essentially a poison spell. I think it's considered poison element. Actually, no, I think it's considered poison elemental because my friend said it's stuff for virus. I don't know. I think Verdimillious is light. Okay, just Verdimillious is light, or like thunder elemental, as seen in Prisoner of Azkaban, where it's basically just a giant thunderbolt that hits all enemies. I hope I'm not in the same class as her. She likes the sound of her own voice too much, just like me. Actually, I really don't talk much. I love how her expression makes her look gasp in surprise. Sweet tea, chocolate frogs, pumpkin pastries, fruity butts, every flavored beans, and more. Oh, she has chocolate frogs. Well, not chocolate frogs. They weren't real frogs, they. No, but they are tasty. Plus, there's the famous Witches and Wizards cards in them. Great, another way to add to my collection. You collect them as well? There's a collector's club at Hogwarts. And I've heard that you can use them to do, more tutorial stuff. Maybe I should buy some magical famous Witches and Wizards cards. Hold on, you can't get wrong with chocolate. What about every flavor beans? They aren't real beans, are they? Every flavor. Not just the good stuff. I think I had dirt flavor once. How do you know they taste like dirt? Don't ask me. You should get something that... Mostly it's pretty good. My brother sells sweets at school, but they charge a lot more. They also sell equipment and items and stuff. Really... Your items in this game are so... Candy in this game is so irrelevant that they actually took it out for some Azkaban and just gave you potions instead. Let's see. I'm actually just going to get ahead and sell my pumpkin pastry. I have 33 pumpkin pastries? What the hell? Oh well. 450 sickles for me. Okay, I just don't bother with them. I pretty much beat this game without buying a single potion. So take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, and I also died a lot in the final dungeon. They tell me you're Harry Potter. Ooh, I got a perfect voice for him. I am. How disappointing. This is Crabble and this is Goyle. Grot. Snort. Oh, they sound like Pokemon. I see you've met Weasley. Be careful, Potter. You don't want to mix with the wrong crap people. I know who I know who the wrong people are. You sound like you should be more polite, Potter, or you'll end up like the Weasley here. I don't know how. I'm going for a Tristan Taylor impression if you couldn't notice. You better go. You don't feel like leaving until we don't feel like leaving until we have some of your sweets. Help yourself, boy. Break. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there's actually really feminist screaming. We only have 2 MP and 75 HP. So this is actually our first wizard duel of sorts. You know our magic defense stat? This is where it starts coming in play. Truth be told, there's a lot more physical attacks than magic attacks, but there's still a decent chunk of magic attacks, like bosses have them and stuff, or some bosses. So I got some grenades for a million, see if that does anything. 20 damage. 15 damage, let's see. Yeah, he's not a hard boss. He's just kind of that boss that you just sort of butt mashed and you eventually beat. I do like the boss music in this game. Not such a Chamber of Secrets, because that game had a great soundtrack. But yeah, unfortunately the first 3 bosses in this game are pretty uninteresting. I'm actually pretty low in HP. 1 second. Sorry, my head was itching. As long as he doesn't crit us. Oh wow, critical. I hate when this happens because it looks like I can kill him, but that's ooh, double crit. Dun 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 dun. Man, 60 XP. This game is really weird on the experience scale. Even in-game enemies will give around 60 to 70 EXP. So I'm not sure if you noticed it, but every few I think it's like every 2 level ups you have a really crappy level up and a really good level up. This was a crappy level up. Also leveling up, you go to all your HP and MP. Next time get your own sweets. You're better than you look, Potter. To show there are no hard feelings, here's a card combination for your folio triplicus. Use them if you're in great danger. So yeah, that was our second boss fight. Yeah, second boss fight. Now, nice one, Aaron. I don't know what triggers the next event. You can really talk to. I don't know what triggers the next event. Also, that girl looks like she belongs in like an Arabian platformer. There are a lot of Arabian platformers, aren't there? There's that magic. Not magic. What was that one like collectathon platformer everyone seems to like? That was on the Game Boy Color. It was something about genies. I think I have to talk to them actually. Check out the sweet trolley when it comes. Check out the sweet trolley when it comes by. By the way, Fred and I saw sweets at school too. No, I guess the conductor doesn't want us to talk to black people. Racist. Everyone by me, then. I don't know why, but Neville, the kid, kind of brownish hair, who's the top, who's the most, who's the on the top, Neville. I don't know why, but he's so common in this game. Well, back to taking boats. Oh, I'm just gonna knock now. Bye guys, have a great day.